Election day was an interesting one for me. Many of my female colleagues came to work all dressed in their pantsuits and kitten heels as a sign of solidarity and celebration that we, here in the United States of America, would soon be electing our first woman president. It was exciting. Everybody was abuzz. Now, I showed up in army fatigues in one of my many protest shirts because my instinctive belief was that humans were going to disappoint me again. As a black woman working in a very privileged sector of industry that is dominated by white men, I was fully prepared for Donald Trump to win. I mean, he did win the nomination. There was like not an absentee candidate. He was on the ballot, right? And surely the Republican Party, even in some of its antiquated campaign ways and tactics, would not have allowed a candidate to be on the ballot that they didn't seriously believe had the chance to win. So I didn't even watch the election results as they were being announced. I was actually Netflix and chilling. But seriously, I already knew that Clinton was going to lose. So the next day, I show up for work, elevator doors open up. You could cut the tension and despair with a knife. I heard crying and wailing, and people were just generally upset and looked physically broken. And that was kind of sad. All of my colleagues, all the white women with their pantsuits, the brigade as I was calling them, they were so sad. They were shrieking, "Oh my God!" And I don't know why when white girls cry, they'd be like, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" They were like, "Oh my God, Beth! Oh my God, what about us, Beth?" I don't know, Sarah. I don't know, Sarah. It's like we don't matter. And I'm like, for real? Huh. Okay. So it clicked for me just like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. These women had never had their privilege challenged before. And they actually believe that in this here America, this one that we live in currently, with this discriminatory policies and practice and historical context of just doing people the hell wrong, that somehow, some person who resembles a Cheeto and has the propensity of grabbing women in their genitalia area could possibly be elected to our highest office. And I said to myself, wow, now they actually know how I feel most days I come up in here. So now I feel like I got some company. Work has been fun. To them as they're going through their motions, and I hate to break up a good pity party with a racial story, but I'm black, that's what we do. You know what I mean? I'm like, but where were you, my dear white sister, when Laquan McDonald was shot? Huh? Did you say anything horrible about police killing black people and arresting black people at disproportionate rates? Did you say something about that? We only make up 13% of the population, which was, of course, very offensive when the president-elect was actually named, and the first thing that came out the media was the black vote. The black vote didn't come out. Wait, what? I was unaware that black people had any control over any presidential race at 13%. I'm not a mathematician, but it just didn't quite add up for me. I've never heard any of my white female colleagues, or those who identify as women, speak out publicly against any social economic injustice against black people. And when I bring it up, oh my God, it makes them feel so very uncomfortable. I get the, oh my God, will she please stop talking about race? Oh my God. Or, why is it always about race with you, Kai? Oh my God, don't you do stuff? Yeah, that stuff is called being black. That's my stuff. And I'm sorry that I can't really turn my black on and off like that, but this is just what it is. And I don't really want to. And even with gray eyes and mixed blood, America still views me as a black girl. And I've been in enough rooms to prove it. I am a doctor, yet often I am mistaken as the maid/receptionist in high-level meetings with important people. Blah, 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 blah. Hold up a minute, Bob. Hey, hon, would you be a dear and get me a cup of coffee? In the words of my feisty mother, is there something wrong with your legs? How about you get your own damn coffee today? So to help the privilegedly challenged, I have a t-shirt that now says, I am the fucking meeting. And that has helped me out greatly. And now, Trump is the president, so let me just sit with that for a minute. I've been in my feels all day. So, we already know that race and gender was really the difference maker here in this presidential election. Hillary Clinton needed to be a different type of candidate, aka a different type of woman. Now, you feminists and womanists out there in the audience, do not come for me. Do not be sending me negative tweets or anything like that. I do fight back. I'm on your side is what I'm saying to you. You know, I want everybody to just be able to live in this world and be free, period. That's just kind of what I desire. But I just want to walk you down the road of race and gender a bit from a political strategy perspective. If Clinton was a different type of candidate, same political capital, education, all of her experience, if she was younger, a bit more aesthetically pleasing, you know, rocked out a nice little tight pencil dress versus, you know, those pantsuits and kitten heels. Had the balance of charm and sass with a little bit of urban swag, you know, those people that, you know, you go girl, you know, one of those types. And all of that really is just code for, I am a white man who can put my penis in you. And if she was penis receivable worthy, she might have had a chance. I'm just saying, all things being equal, if that type of candidate had ran against Trump, she would have had a better chance. If that candidate chose some other male superstar person, they could have also won. That would have helped. If that type of candidate was a white man, hands down, we wouldn't even be having this type of event tonight. Hands down, a white man would beat Trump. Because that's just how the world works. And unfortunately, there was no other man of color or having any type of melanin visibly that was going to be able to hold this office next. Because unfortunately, here in 2017, we just haven't progressed that far. It's just a sad truth. Now, what I also want to talk about is how being president is really about being a good strategist. So, anybody could be president. Put y'all lives together, we need some help. 2020. So our former president was the black junior senator from Illinois and a local community organizer with little political campaign and experience. I remember seeing him march in the Bud Billiken parade. And I'm like, who is this dude? He had a funny name, and he didn't even have a car sponsor and had to walk the parade like regular people. I'm like, how you in the black parade as a black person with no no co-sponsor. What type of politician is you? I was very, very doubtful. So I was like, who is this guy? But however, after the second campaign run and his speech at the convention, it was very clear that this guy had the potential to be the president. He was popular, a fresh voice, handsome, charming, educated. He smoked cigarettes and a little weed back in the day. He was a family man, and most importantly, he hired the tech gods to assist him in winning at internet chess. The internet ruined Clinton. Oh my goodness. The echo chamber was too real, right? So here's a sample tweet. President Clinton and his wife helped to incarcerate many black men for marijuana possession, and she killed a cat. Retweet. Oh, hell no, that bitch killed a cat? Hashtag not my president. That's the echo chamber that we're dealing with here. So it killed her, whether it was facts, false, truth, it just didn't work for her. And unfortunately, even with Trump having a interesting, is what I'll call it, political campaign and offensive campaign slogans and such, he was still very popular. Even the people that trolled him gave him power. That's just kind of how the internet works. The public loved him because he was just a disaster at times. Those train wrecks of a debate, oh my God. He better be glad that Hillary Clinton wasn't a black girl, because he would have got straight chopped in the throat. All that, that was weird and made me feel very uncomfortable. But the part of all this is that people that look like me, he was so offensive. He said so many things that were hurtful. And there are other people in the world who feel the same way, and that's why they voted for him. And unfortunately, I can't turn myself inside out and shelter myself from that type of pain. And that's a real thing. But because I'm a smart girl, I really, really feel like I have the key to changing and turning this thing around. 2020 is our year, y'all. Stick with me. So, I feel like I have some candidates to suggest that is going to assist us in making sure that we right the wrongs, right? And I set a little bit of a criteria. They had to have more social media followers than Trump. They had to be independently wealthy and have an interesting family structure. So my first candidate on my platform is Kris Kardashian Jenner. Yes. As the matriarch of the Kardashian human capital brand, she knows how to get things done. Although I'm still not exactly sure what any of those things are, or what they actually do, but they are rich and popular, and they have perfected selfies, and we need that type of training in America. And as a bonus, we get Caitlyn Jenner and Kanye West. It's like a 2-for-1 media signing bonus deal. I really like that. My second candidate is, Beyonce. Yeah. She is indeed Sasha Fierce, beautiful. Men desire her, women desire her. She's married to Jay-Z, which means those White House parties would be lit. Yes! All of the policy is going to be on the Billboard charts. She's going to be like, North Korea, every time you hide a nuke, I see you. All of our patriotic songs are going to end up on the dopest mixtape ever. Their daughter's named Blue Ivy, and she's already perfected giving people who talk crazy the side eye. That child is brilliant. She's ready. My last and final candidate is DJ Khaled. Because all he does is win, 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 no matter what. DJ Khaled has the keys to success. He's already sharing them all over social media. He has more social media followers than the highest viewed television programs, which is The Big Bang Theory and the Super Bowl. He's extra credit popular, and he can wear a silk jogging suit, slippers, and gold chains. Personally, I think that's very presidential. I like it. So while I'm getting my platform candidates together and providing them private Twitter advisement, I am going to continue to wear my fatigues and align myself with more organizations that are fighting inequality and seeking justice that don't look like me. Because I too am part of the problem. I am to fault here because I tend to align myself with people that look like me because I feel like our fight still needs to be fought. But I think I need to use my advocacy voices in other places and spaces so that we can just kind of grow our melting pot of advocacy and social justice people who want to fight against those places and spaces where we're not welcome, whether that's through a systemic, a law, or just general position in one's heart and soul, which is also pretty tragic. So I think that the only way we're actually going to change this in 2020 is for us to address our own privileges, starting with me. If you have an organization where people don't look like me and you need me, see me afterwards. And I really challenge each of you to do the same. Together, we are in this fight. Are y'all with me? Yeah.